Hi Pisces, welcome back to Pisces After 40. This is the channel for all my dream weavers. This is the place where we're making dreams come true. This is your island, this is your space, your safe space, where we come together and bring you to a place of being or feeling safe and being seen. And as we walk into this week, I think Venus is now in retrograde. And I'm not an astrologer, but I do know as a Pisces like you that there's this energy in the air. There's a strong energy of releasing, right? And not just releasing anything, but just releasing things that don't serve you emotionally, emotional release. And some of that is bittersweet. You may find yourself at times just crying for no reason. And that's okay. It's really okay to have those releases, because those releases help you make room for new things, new people, and new emotions in your life. The first card I pulled for you today is the Two of Pentacles. And what I feel from this card is that you've had people in your life who've tried to pull you off balance. They try to catch you off guard. They try to create distractions so that maybe to stop your healing, to slow down your healing, create confusion. And you know that you have to find balance in your life to build the success that you want. But when people are coming in and causing confusion, and you're already a person you're always giving people the benefit of the doubt. You're always willing to see all sides, right? And right now you're being called to find a balance with that and just accept what is. When it's great to see the good in people, but seeing the good in people sometimes has really honestly been your downfall, has been part of your downfall. Quick story for you. As I look at this card and I talk about people trying to throw you off balance, right? They always say that we have rose-colored glasses, and I don't believe that we have rose-colored glasses for no reason. It's because we can see, just like we can see the shadow of people. If you're highly intuitive and as most Pisces are, that you can see the shadow side of people, but you can also see their light side. And as a Pisces, even though people are drawn to you, you've had to learn that people are drawn to you because of your light, right? But it's their shadow side that draws them to you. But at the same time, you see their light, and the balance that you're finding is reflecting back to people the energy that they're really bringing to the table. Like seeing the energy for what it is, not what you feel it could be. And Something I want to share with you that some of you may not already know, but most of you, I feel, know already, is that there's a saying, Maya Angelou had a saying that when people show you who they are, believe them. When people say something to you, you're very good at listening to what they're saying and seeing beyond the message, like beyond the words. And I had someone say to me one time, you always see the good in people, is what they told me. So here's the thing about that. Hindsight is 2020, because that person ended up using that against me and doing something later on to really hurt me. But they used the fact that I saw the goodness in them, and they knew that I saw the goodness, the good in them, that I now, if someone says something like that to me, I believe them, that they see me, and then I have a conversation with my spirit team about why it is that the person would say something like that. Like what was behind that person? Because there's a difference between someone who tells you, oh my gosh, like you are so loving, right? The tone, the intonation of when someone tells you something is very, very important. And sometimes we choose to pretend we didn't hear the intonation and just hear the good side of what they said. So the difference between someone saying to you, you are such a loving person, right? And then someone saying to you, girl or boy, you're always seeing the good side of people. Do you see the difference? And you just blow it off, right? You go, okay, yeah, I do. I see the good side of people, whatever. But that little bit of change in the intonation of the way someone speaks to you can tip you off that they're either jealous of your light, they want your light, they don't understand your light, or that they see you. And so it's like a warning for you to be careful so that you are not taking advice from someone like that. Because can you imagine someone says to you, you're always seeing the good in people, huh? And then now this person is trying to give you advice about how to deal with people. What kind of advice do you think they're going to give you? You know, I had someone that I let into my life who had been in my life, and this was like, I realize now that it was me who came around for another lesson. So let's not blame having our rose-colored glasses on without balancing things out, which is why the two of Pentacles is out here right now, because it's you finding balance in your life to build your success. Because without finding that balance, you're just seeing things one side, or you're seeing things in the spiritual, like you're seeing the side of people that you want to see come out. But the truth is that you can't make people behave from the side that you see, that they have to make a decision about what side, how they're going to operate. Are they going to operate in balance? Because none of us is perfect, right? We all have a little bit of shadow. But when you learn how to use your shadow, you can use your shadow for good. But when people are in their shadow and they are open to having these different spirits that are living, that they're operating through, like the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of envy, all these low vibrational spirits, right? And they're bringing that to you. Meanwhile, you're happy-go-lucky, right? Living life, seeing things as the best. You're giving them encouragement, but they're taking that encouragement, but they're taking that encouragement to your detriment, right? Because they may be giving you bad advice. They may be giving you advice that affects you and your relationships. And you may be wondering where the chaos is coming from in your relationships. And when you stop, sit still, and balance yourself, balance that energy and see it for what it is. Listen to that little feeling that you have in your gut when someone says to you, you're always operating out of love. Do you hear that? Do you feel that? You could feel that in your in your gut, right? When you have that feeling that you just know, you need to protect yourself. You need to guard yourself. Now, not everybody is going to be bad. So of course, you're not going to just, you don't just want to judge someone, but you need to be able to, you need to protect yourself. So this would not be someone that I would be handing out all my love to, right? Because that person knows that you are operating from that space and they are coming in to take it. They are coming in because they know that they can easily get you to possibly trust them, depending on the things that they say, the things that they do, even though their actions and their words are not aligned. And I think I've talked about that before. So you're being called to right now to find and keep your balance. Because you're about to have a change of luck. This is the Two of Pentacles. You're about to have a change of luck. You're being called to be still, to not argue, to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition about what you need to say next. Your intuition, your spirit team is going to guide you and tell you if and when you should say something, if and when you should be quiet. But right now, you're being called to be still. Because part of the shadow side of Pisces is something that Pisces has to learn is to take control of situations, because you're a leader. You like to take control of situations, and you may have found yourself in the past arguing with people because you know you're right about something. But not everyone needs to know what you know, because some people will take what you know and they will use it against you. And they will pull you into the low vibrational energy of arguing with them on a point that you already know, something that you might see, because many of you are clairvoyant, clairaudient. You can see in your mind's eye things that are going to happen before it happens. And arguing with someone will just bring you down to a low vibrational energy. Right next to the Two of Pentacles is the Three of Wands. You're such an honest person, for good, for better, or for worse, right? This balance that you have coming in your energy, this stillness that I see for you, is what brings in your success. You're going to see things clearly. You have downloads that are coming in, but it's not every download that you have that you need to share. You can write it in a book, you can write it in a journal, but it's not everything that every download that you get that you need to share. It's not every step that you take that you need to share, because not even the people closest to you may not understand these steps. And in this Three of Wands, this is fire energy. And right after Pisces season, which we are in right now, so happy birthday Pisces, is Aries season. You're about to experience expansion and growth in Aries season. But in order to have that, you need to be balanced. You need to understand when to share, when not to share. When to argue and not to argue, because not everyone is ready for what you're going to do. Not everyone is ready for your success. And what I see here is that people may try to tip the scale because just like I just mentioned, maybe that's why I brought that up, that the difference in the intonation and the way someone can say something and the meaning of what they're saying. If this is a time where you're going to have to be extremely guided by your intuition. Because you will have people that come in and try to tip the scale. Now, the next card after that is the Hermit. So this is and it's like this success that you're having. This is something that you have to do in solitude. This is through divine inspiration and enlightenment. And that's been coming out a lot, that you can, I think I brought up in another video that sometimes you have an idea, you share it with someone, and the next thing you know, that person is doing something. Because this imbalance, right? When you're imbalanced, and you're just seeing only the good side of people, like the light side, and you don't see you're choosing, right, to ignore their shadow side, even though that's what they're showing you. This is how people come in and they destiny swap with you. But as you sit still in the energy, you see the Hermit is holding up the lamp and looking around, but he's alone, looking for the answers, and all the answers are within the Hermit. This is where the divine inspiration, the enlightenment comes on, the light bulb comes on. And in this next coming month, in Aries season, which I think Aries also, I don't see the Fool here. Aries is like that going on that, having that fire and going on that Fool's journey, but doing it with inner truth and divine inspiration. Okay? Guided by the inner light, guided by your spirit team, guided by the divine. Let me see. Ten of Swords. Yeah, the Aries season is the end of you being unbalanced. And it's like people have wanted, like I told you at the beginning, they tried to throw you off balance. They've wanted to see the end of you. I felt the spirit of envy, the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of chaos that people bring into your life when they don't understand what your mission is, when they don't understand how you think, how you're approaching things, why you're doing the things that you're doing. And the truth of the matter is that they do understand because they see they are there. Even if they don't know why they're there because they see your light. As we're going into Aries season also, it's like you're releasing this Ten of Swords. This is an end, right? The end of that. This was the worst it could get, but now it's the end of that. And you're moving on to better things. Four of Swords in reverse. It's like the things that people have done in the past have kept you in this Four of Swords in reverse. Whether you've been doing for them, you've been doing for others because you see their light, and so you've been in the background working, whether it's your mind through the spiritual, in the earthly realm, doing physical things for them, whether it's giving them money, your energy, your time. And this led to exhaustion. You've known that you can do so much that you just kept going. And people took advantage of that. They were like, Pisces is going to be available. Pisces can always do it. But you're being called to do that no more. That's the end of that. You're no longer going to be operating like that. You're going to have a different modus operandus, I think is the word, if that's correct. Moving forward, you're operating in the Three of Wands and the Hermit. Stillness is what I see. Anything else Pisces needs to know? And the truth of the matter is, as you reflect on this, Pisces, the honest truth is that you're going to see, because I don't really see other people out here. I see swords, but I see it's almost like you're taking ownership for all these swords. Like you're taking ownership of all the burdens that have come through your life. You're seeing where you contributed to allowing these burdens into your life, and you're not doing that anymore. You're not going and picking up anyone's burdens anymore. Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot, Four of Cups in reverse, Queen of Pentacles, and the Strength in reverse. You are now moving forward. You are being patient. I love this. This is that stillness I felt. You're being patient And you are finding new ways to deal with people. The chaos agents, we can't stop you. You're realizing that you can't stop what other people do, right? All the things that have happened, you've learned some good lessons, and you can't stop what people do. But what you can do is be methodical, be patient. Your patience is going to pay off 1,000,000 times over. Because just when people will come in, people will think that they can be chaos agents. They can come in and they can bring you their burdens. And you're just being still. And eventually they have to deal. You're finding ways to let people know that they have to deal with their own burdens. You're no longer picking up their burdens. You have, and you are in your stillness, you're still showing up with it in fast forward movement, the chariot, success, even though you've been through all the 10 of swords. It seems impossible, but it seems like through you found new approaches of dealing with things, of dealing with people. So when they come in with chaos, they're not getting the response or the reaction that they thought they would get. So they're confused. And when you're maneuvering your way out of that and the energy is coming back to them, they're not understanding how that happens. And this is in the Queen of Pentacles. So you're going from the Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is practical, tells the truth. The Knight of Pentacles is methodical. Like you've just blossomed and grown into this mature, loving, intelligent, kind energy, but no nonsense at the same time. And I see the Strength card next to the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. To me, it's not that I don't feel like this is you not being strong. This is you being selective. Of how you use your strength. You may be showing up to people and they may look at you. That's why they're still coming in and bringing the chaos. You move to other people. And actually, this is quick moving energy you're going to see through an Aries season. What is that saying? What is meant for you will always be there for you. It's like all the things that were taken from you in the past are coming back to you. But they're coming back to you tenfold. And people did not see, the Strength card being in reverse is that people didn't see your strength. They didn't see what you were doing. Remember, I talked about not sharing with everyone the things that you're doing. The Queen of Pentacles is generous, charming, protective, but she's also protective of herself. Right? That's the balance. This is really balanced. The Sun. The Sun is 10. And it fell out in reverse next to the Strength card, which is interesting because these are both fire sign cards. Fire energy. Leo. Aries, Sagittarius. Again the Aries, but again, I think these are in reverse because this is a surprise. This is the end. This is another 10, 10, 10. This is the end of the negativity, the failure, the loneliness. And I feel you, Pisces. I feel like you really felt weak at one time. You really doubted yourself. You were impatient with yourself, but you're not doing that anymore. And that led to a lot of negativity and feelings of failure, but you're not feeling that anymore. Why the Strength in the Sun in reverse? I feel like you have people in your life now who they are feeling this way. They spent a lot of time trying to convince you not to take your path, and now they're seeing that your path was the way. Who and what is the Strength in the Sun in reverse? Queen of Wands in reverse. You have a Queen of Wands. That's interesting. Another fire sign. Jealousy. Yeah, you had a lot of jealousy in your life that left you in that energy, but now you have somebody in your life who is they're feeling weak. Just beware, because they're going to come on strong. And they're going to come on strong. They're not happy. They feel like your success is their failure for some reason. Wheel of Fortune. They feel like your success is their failure. Wheel of Fortune and Three of Pentacles in reverse. Your success makes them feel mediocre. Your success makes them feel less than. And it's not true. It's not. I don't feel like this is anything that you're doing. For whoever this is, this could be multiple people in your life that saw you moving forward back when you were balancing, trying to balance things out, to see the light and the dark, and how you were going to balance your own shadow and your own light, how you were going to balance yourself so that you could see people correctly, so that you could trust your inner guidance. Find your inspiration. Go into hermit mode. Stop collecting the swords in your back. Right? Stop overworking and stressing yourself out to help people. It's like overgiving. Right? And now that you're not doing that anymore, you have a Queen of Wands in reverse. They are jealous, deceitful. They see the Wheel of Fortune moving forward for you, and they feel like they feel like there's something that you're doing that's taking away from them. You make them feel less than. There's a lot of negativity. And they may be hiding it. This person's sloppy. This person is someone in your life who is pretending like they're moving forward. Like they have, like, they're, when you see them, like they try to give off the energy that they have the wheel of fortune moving in their favor, that they have everything going for them, like they are the bomb, they have everything is perfect in their lives. Meanwhile, the strength in the sun is in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles is in reverse. They are in reverse. The only thing that's upright is the wheel of fortune. So that means that they're showing everything in their life is in reverse. But they are trying to give off the energy that they're moving forward. That they have the fortune. They have, because your light irritates them. Your light makes them feel less than. And so this is why this was so important for you to balance out your energy. Get a diary. Start writing down to release things. You don't need to tell anyone. Just write it down in a diary to release, the things. Maybe start writing the things that happen in your life and see where it was your point of view, your way of seeing things. And it's not that your way of seeing things was bad. It wasn't just your point of view. It was your inner knowing of someone else's potential was causing you pain. Because it's not everyone who has potential who wants to tap into their potential. And it's not everyone who has potential who will tap into their potential. Sometimes people just prefer to pretend like they have potential. They want people in their energy that have potential, like you, but they want you to play it small so that they can either steal your energy, tap into your resources, and then pretend like they're the ones with the potential. They're the ones with the luck and the wheel of fortune. Oh, King of Wands in reverse. Look at, this is a couple. And then Five of Swords. Oh, gosh, that's a really... what the hell? You might have a couple. This might be a couple. They're causing conflict. They're trying to cause conflict, argument, fear. They're self-sabotaging. And this semblance of victory that they are exuding, is it worth it? Is it worth it, really, for them? It's not, because their whole world is upside down. They're just putting out the energy of being in the, Wheel of Fortune in the upright. But it's not. If you could see behind the scenes, and I think Pisces, you see them. They're careless. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. This person, this is someone in your energy, though, for sure. And that's where you're going to bring balance into the situation by being still. You're moving from the Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. And with the Chariot, like I said, success in the face of difficulty. For everything that these people did, they never thought that you would get this far. And this is a lot of you believing in yourself. You had to believe in yourself to get here. And they didn't want you to believe in yourself. It's 7. Yep, there may be challenges ahead. You can face them. 7 of Wands. But those challenges, you know what? The 7 of Wands, you're ready for this. And you're like, this is all going to be mental. This is going to be a mental game of chess that you play with people. And they won't expect it because you are now operating in this new fire energy. You're operating with Aries season being here and the 3 of Wands. You're operating in fire energy. And so you're also, because here's the thing, Pisces, I don't see, on this table, there are no cups here. You've learned to be strategic with the use of your heart space. And that's what they're not expecting. And that's how you are facing these challenges and beating people at their own games. Do not engage in conflict. You're not engaging. You're just sitting on your throne. Queen of Pentacles. Hermit. Use journaling. Whenever you have a conflict that comes up, Pisces, use journaling or burning bowl, whatever you need to release it. And you make room and don't share. Don't share your successes. Some things that you get in life are just for you. They're not for you to share with other people. So there are people out here who want what you have. But you have the 10 of Swords here. They don't know what you had, what you went through, what you had to go through, and the work that you had to do to get here. These people are Queen of Wands, King of Wands in reverse. They're not willing to do the shadow work that they need to do to get where you're at. You can't get to where you're at without being in the upright first. The only way to try to have a semblance of getting where you're at without being in the upright is to destiny swap. And these people have done this for a long time. They've taken, stolen, but it's catching up with them. Five of Swords, it's catching up with them. Self-sabotage. This is bringing them anxiety because I think collectively the chosen ones, right? Because it's not just Pisces, but the chosen ones are learning to sit still. They're learning to protect their energy. And the more the chosen ones protect their energy, the less available that energy is to use, right? So all the others who've been siphoning from the chosen ones, siphoning energy from the chosen ones, the well is running dry. What is that saying? Let toxic people deal with other toxic people. That's what they're going to have to do, unless they want to do the work. All right, Pisces, thank you for joining me for today's reading. I hope you got something from this. And until next time, keep weaving that dream. See you in the next one.